Gunter's in the wall at the bottom of the hill, and that is, I think, turn 11. Here's what happened to Mortara. Oh! De Grassi gets into fourth. It's De Grassi through to the Duels. Fenestrad's across the line. It's only ninth. De Grassi makes it through again. Jake Hughes, Oliver Rowland, Dan Ticktum, and Lucas De Grassi go through to the Duels. Verline crosses the line in fourth. Evans wrestling the car through the final corner. Gets into third place. Both Jaguars in the Duels as it stands. And I don't think anyone can stop them. Stoffel Van Dorn across the line. It's only ninth. And Vern is seventh. Another shocker for DS Penske. Bird fastest, Buemi second, Evans third, Rast fourth. And quarterfinal number one is Dan Ticktum versus Oliver Rowland.
Oh, he's all out of shape. Does not look happy with the car at the moment.
Across the line, half a second in the end. Ticktum goes through. So Lucas De Grassi versus Jake Hughes. De Grassi across the line, a 1 minute 10.0. What can Hughes do? He's still got that 2/10 in the pocket. And he's quicker. A 9.7 for Jake Hughes. Mitch Evans versus Sebastian Buemi. Buemi has never won a duel before, but he's closing that gap and chipping away at Evans. Evans is up into the chicane in the black and white Jaguar. And Buemi's got ahead. Buemi has never won a duel before. He has now. By a quarter of a second, wow. Will it be Rene Rast for Neon McLaren or Sam Bird for Jaguar TCS Racing? Bird's coming into turn 16 now. He's down a 100th of a second. This is fantastic stuff. Final corner. Across the line. Bird is through by over a 1/10 of a second. Hughes versus Ticktum and Buemi versus Bird. The winners will be on the front row of the grid. Jake Hughes versus Dan Ticktum. Who gets the early advantage? Oh, it's Hughes by 200s. Oh, Hughes hits the wall on the inside, manages to keep it going. Ticktum still ahead as it stands. Oh, it's a big slide! Hughes wins! Hughes wins!
He lost it all in the final corner.
It's the battle of the Centurions. Sebastian Buemi and Sam Bird. What's the gap like at the chicane? Buemi's got ahead by almost a 1/10 of a second. Both team principals remaining absolutely poker-faced. Buemi grows the gap a little more. Final corner. Across the line. And it's Buemi who's through to the final.
So, almost a 1/10 of a second.
The final will be Jake Hughes in the Neon McLaren versus Sebastian Buemi in the Envision. Into the first corner. Around the flagpole square. This is where he clipped the wall last time around, and he's wrestling this. Right on the limit of grip. Buemi across the line now and down into turn one. Who's quicker through the first corner? It's Hughes by 500s. Back ends all over the shop as he comes down into 14. Buemi closes the gap a tiny smidge. Into 16.
Oh, he's a little wide. Oh, still kept it together there on the exit.
3,000s between them. Hughes actually has now gained a 1/10 or so. Buemi's down at turn 14. It's the Neon McLaren of Jake Hughes that is ahead at the moment, but again Buemi closes the gap a little more. One more corner to go here for Jake Hughes. Incredibly tight final here in Diriyah. Who's going to be on pole position for round 2 of the season?
That's a good lap.
Hughes has done a 9.495. Buemi's a bit back right now. He's into the chicane. He's ahead by 400ths. Buemi looking to equal the most poles in Formula E, and he does. 15th career pole for Sebastian Buemi. He gets it by 600ths of a second. Buemi and Envision starts on pole position.
Two fantastically driven laps. Buemi Radio.
He won. Come on.
Yes!
He's going to be happy here.
Yes! Yes!